do have your classic fat phobia people. They're just like, just lose weight. Stop being fat. Stop being lazy, right? You know.
Why are they making it such a big deal? They really make it seem like we're gonna lose so much money if we include plus size people the same way that we include all the other sizes. Give me a break. Have you ever experienced or noticed a price difference between plus size clothing and normal size?
Oh, dude. Yeah. Every time I go to the store. I was on my cruise in February and I busted one of my belt loops. And I was like, ah!
Are you ready to start?
Let's do it.
Okay, so first off, would you be comfortable giving how tall you are and what size you wear?
Yeah, so I am like 5'7" or 5'8"-ish. Kind of a tall girly, I guess. I don't know. And right now, I'm pretty sure I'm in a 16. I might be able to do a 14 in some things, but honestly, we're chilling at like a pretty true 16, I would say. Depending on the top, like we're probably still chilling like 1X, 2X top.
I can relate to that because I'm like mid-size too. Hey, I already know that my makeup doesn't match. I know that my face is orange, but look. Sometimes we have bad makeup days. So, you know, I am aware. Just try not to let that distract you from what the message of the interview is about. Here we go. And
yeah.
It is so hard.
Yeah, dude, it's hard. And it just depends on like who's making what and the stretch and their size guide off of stuff. Because it's like, you know, I could range from like an XL to a 2X and things, depending on how big you're making it, what's it made out of.
Yeah, and what's really weird is extra large and 2X are completely different sizes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Completely different. Like, you have to do math going to the store, just sizing. Is this even gonna work? What's 2X? What's this?
But it makes sense because you get into like your 1s and your 2Xs, you know, that's like your women's sizing and your women's cuts.
Yeah.
And then your XL, XXL, that's more like your juniors, junior plus, whatever. And it's funny because like my mom was plus size too, right? Because she had such small shoulders, but her boobs were so big. So having to find sizes to accommodate her chest without drowning in her neck tops was like insane. And she was actually the first person who was the one who told me about all of that. I think everybody thought I was crazy when I would tell them about it. Like growing up with like friends and stuff, they're just like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I promise you. And then they start gaining weight and they'd start changing sizes and stuff. And they're like, oh my gosh, I can't fit into like my junior's jeans anymore. Like I was a 3 and now I'm a 9. And I'm like, well, try a women's size because you're probably like a 4 and you could probably still be maybe a 6 or something. And they just thought I was crazy. And then they try it and they're like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, because you have more room because you're getting a different body.
The people who choose not to even see the people who struggle with finding clothes is just astonishing to me because they choose to just be completely ignorant about it. But these people are out here trying to find clothes just fit somewhere. Like they probably have to go to 5 or 6 stores just to find a dress.
Yes. It's so hard. I do that with jeans. Last September I was on a mission. You know, I love my Torrid jeans for the most part. Sometimes I feel like I'm like, y'all gotta make them just a little bit better. You gotta make them a little bit thicker in the thighs for me still, and I need stronger belt loops because I was on my cruise in February and I busted one of my belt loops. And I was like, ah! I hate that, dude. That always happens to me. My belt loops and my thighs are always the first things to go in my pants every time. But yeah, I was like, let me try to go to like Target and find some pants. You know, they have like some plus size stuff now and universal threads and whatever. And I was like, I know I got denim from them before. And I actually have shorts from them that I really like. They are one of my favorite pair of shorts that I still wear to this day. But dude, couldn't do nothing in the jean department. everything was looking like low riders on me in the back, and they were just so tight and like was barely fitting in them. And I was just like, yeah, well, we're about to go spend a lot of money at Torrid and go get a couple pairs of pants because I can't do this. I tried Torrid, I think I tried Walmart, and then I tried Old Navy, and those are usually all places like back in the day I could go, and I was like, okay, decent denim for the price. They used to fit pretty good and whatever, but they keep changing their sizes. Old Navy especially, they used to have like these really awesome like curvy cut ones. Not no more. I can't find them. And every single dupe that the employees would try to give me, they just did not do it. So I was like, all right, Torrid, we rocking this thing out.
Torrid is really expensive.
I think I was lucky, and there might have been a denim sale going on. And I think it was online. Like, I think there was a couple pair. I think there might have been one or two that I bought in store, and then the rest they ordered for me offline because they didn't really have a lot in store when I went.
But this right here, this is what I'm talking about. Just buy it online. I'll order it for you, and it'll come in the mail for you. So why am I even going out? Why am I going in public, trying to feel confident about myself, being able to go to a store, try on things, feel cute for once? But I don't ever find it. And they say, oh, well, it's online. You can just try it online. But I still have to try it on. I still have to try it on. And then if I try it on at home after it came in the mail, I have to go and return it. Make it make sense. People have to wear clothes. We have to wear clothes. You want us going around naked? Come on. Okay, let's get back into it.
So that kind of worked out because they were still able to honor the sale online. Right. But yeah, dude, it was expensive.
Yeah. Wow. What would you tell someone who's struggling with the way that they look?
Well, one thing, because I struggle with the way I look sometimes too, which is funny. It's not like funny haha, but like funny because, you know, like being like midsize, you don't think that many people have issues like that, but I do sometimes. Especially when I see myself from a couple years ago during quarantine when I had nothing to do but work out. I even do it with myself. Really think about like what it is that you don't like necessarily. I got like too many rolls on my back. Like I want to get like a thinner back or whatever, right? And like really sit there and be like, okay, is this something you can change overnight? Yes or no, first of all. If it is losing weight or wanting to tone up, stay with yourself and be honest with yourself. Are you patient and are you going to trust yourself to go through the process and allow it to happen? If you want to eat better or work out or whatever. If you have your days where you kind of fall off the bandwagon, are you going to be strong enough to get back up and keep going because you want to see the long game and the end result in the end? Just be honest with yourself. Like, yes, no. You got to be graceful with yourself. You got to be so graceful with yourself. That's really what I tell everybody. Sit down with yourself, have that truth, that face-to-face, like that truthful conversation with yourself, and give yourself like realistic little goals and steps to get there, because it's really hard when you set too high of expectations for yourself and you're not meeting them. Because I'm even kind of guilty of that right now myself, right? Because I work 10-hour shifts, and then I still try to go to the gym for maybe like an hour when I get off of work before I go home. Yeah. The time to be putting in like how I did to get back to where I was, it's going to take longer. Like, it's not just going to like snap back. You got to be graceful. You got to be graceful with yourself. You got to be kind. Be patient with yourself. We're humans. We have really, really good days. We have really bad days. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. If it's something that you want, you just got to persevere, but you just got to be really kind to yourself. And having a good support system is everything. You have a couple, or even it's like, you know, your whole family or whatever supporting you. An outlet of somebody that you can kind of release things to and then give you feedback and support you and everything. That's super important too. Having
that support system, to at least have someone to go to be like, I'm struggling with the way that I look today and I need some support. I need some hype in my life right now. What would your reaction be if you saw a mannequin in the store that looked like you?
Oh, dude, I'd be excited. For us, in a way, we kind of sort of have mannequins that look like us-ish. It would be nice to see how things really are going to look on the mannequin and like how it could look on you, because things just always look so different. Like Fashion Nova, right? Like we get these girls, and no shade to them, you know, like they have like their plus size tummy tucks done. They have like kind of that snatched waist, but then they kind of got like their BBLs going on too. So it's like, I'm not gonna say it's not natural because that could be their shape, but maybe they just enhanced it, you know. But it's surgically enhanced, so it's not gonna fit the same on your body as it is on them. When you get into your photo shoots and stuff, they're always customizing stuff to make it fit different to like the model. When you see like real bodies, and especially for all of our bigger queens out there, I'd be stoked. If I had a different body shape than what I had, if I had one where I had maybe more of like an apron belly, or I was more apple shaped or really tall, but kind of just like more rectangular, because I know that's a really hard shape to have too as a woman. I have several friends who kind of are built like that, like skinny and bigger, and it's hard for them too. So I'd be so excited. I'd be like, okay, who is this brand of people selling these mannequins? Give me my money, because like you can make a mannequin after me. Like, let me get on your campaign. Let me model for you. Like, let me buy your clothes. Like, because it's just, oh God, it just makes everything so much easier when you just like really, really see what you're getting into.
What would you say to the companies who seem to misrepresent the plus size community?
I think you mean well, like the intention is there, but I think we gotta probably raise standards a little bit and have a little bit more open eyes and realizations to how the plus size community really is, because we always like, of course we appreciate like the inclusive, you know, like being included, the diversity and stuff, but they show a lot of like mid-sized girls. If you think about it, when you see these girls, you know, they're still like a beauty plus size, you know, like a glamour, you know what I mean? It's like they are plus size, but they're usually like fitter plus size girls, you know, just like
I would
thicker.
even call it mid-size. Plus size goes up into 3, 4, 5X.
Yeah.
Through 3, 4, 5X. Like, I need arm rolls. I need that cellulite. I need things moving around.
Yeah. What we get shown is like, she's plus size. She's a size 16 or a size 18. But the way that her body carries her weight and how she's shaped, appealing for the eye. So she just looks like this thick girl. She might be athletic built or whatever, but she's like thick in the right places. So she might just be like, oh, bigger boobs and a bigger butt, still kind of flatten her tummy, and maybe her arms aren't quite as big. Her face can look skinny still. It's not like she has like a little bit of like a double chin. She's not having to size up in her shirts because she needs room for her arms. That's the thing, dude. That's the thing for me sometimes, even at my size. We need bigger sizes. We need to see those 3 to 5X ladies in your stuff and see how it fits on them. Sometimes I'm like, okay, if she can wear that, you know, I would like feel comfortable wearing that. Not in a shady way, but like mostly because I'm like, is it going to be too short on me? So when I see like a size 22 like wearing the same dress and she's like out there rocking it, and I'm like, okay, it's got enough coverage, it's got like an appealing fit still, because oh God, dude, sometimes I'm like, y'all look so much better in that stuff than I feel like I would look better in.
Have you ever experienced or noticed a price difference between plus size clothing and normal size?
Oh, dude, yeah. Every time I go to the store, you can have little bras that are like $20 for a smaller chest of girls, but if you're like double, triple D, you're paying like $50 plus. Their little basics, like I think their Wild Fable line or something, $5 for some shirts or something. Their universal thread size, whether plus size, maybe they're closer to like $10. There is a difference for sure. We just talked about the jeans, where that's like a big, big difference. They push $100 for their jeans at Target and stuff. Old Navy, what have you, they're $30 range.
Right.
How when you go online and you want like a graphic shirt, you'll see extra small through extra large is one size. Your 2X and up, you know, they charge you maybe like a $5 difference, $7 difference or something in the price of your shirt. I had that happen with a band t-shirt. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember on the website, if you went on there, they had all their sizes for one price, and it was maybe like $25. And then 2X and up was like $30 or something.
Why are they making it such a big deal? They really make it seem like we're gonna lose so much money if we include plus size people the same way that we include all the other sizes. Give me a break.
I will die on this hill. If you do a little bit of research, you will learn that 67% of women are above a size 14. which in fashion is considered plus size. Side note that it's kind of shitty that most of the information as far as statistics are based on women alone. A little exclusionary if you ask me. The average pant size worn by women is 18 to 20, which is also considered plus size. And if you look at some government documents, you will find out that 1 in every 3 adults are plus size. That's 30 to 40%. So do we really think that this is a supply and demand issue? I don't think so.
This is the last question. Why do you think that people don't want to cater to plus size people?
You know, oh, that's a good one. I like that one. I mean, honestly, some people are just dicks, right? Like, that's just the way you gotta say it sometimes. So, you do have your classic fat phobia people. They're just like, oh, just lose weight. Stop being fat. Stop being lazy, right? Like they do. You know it's true.
I'm laughing because it's so true. Like, just stop being fat.
I've met a couple of them. It's only to a certain point of fat person. We'll just say it like that, right? Like, because they're fine with skinny people up until a certain look. And then they think that you're sloppy and they think you're gross. You need to do something about yourself. A lot of it is that for advertisement industry, they always say sex sells. So whatever is like appealing. I think a lot of the times, I think some people they're scared of losing that aspect of things. You know, like that's not sexy, so that's not gonna sell. Like people aren't gonna find that appealing. It's gonna be a flop. Like people need clothes for everyday life. You don't always gotta sell like sex in that aspect, right? You know, you can show people more everyday stuff, and then they've been doing pretty good on the lingerie aspect too. I feel like that's kind of where it started first, with them being a little bit more inclusive, trying to like push that and get that out. If you're a bigger girl too, that makes you feel good. If you have a partner, you want to look good for them, and you see a body like yours in lingerie, it makes you feel good because you're like, okay, I'm not gonna look dumb if I put this on.
Yeah.
They're really just scared that it's not going to sell the right way.
Right.
And so they don't really want to give it a chance. But there's so many people out here in everyday life where if they saw the representation, they would buy that shit up. Like, those would be your best customers.
Honestly.
Instead of having to scavenge the edges of the earth to find good things. Like, we all been there. And then it's like when we do, you're like the most loyal customer to that specific thing because... You know what I mean? Like how hard you work to find it, and then if I find something like that, I will rebuy it every time.
Absolutely. That was it.
Oh, dude, you had some good ones. Those are good questions.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you so much for taking your time to do an interview with me.
No, that was fun, dude. I'm glad you asked. I was like, of course.
Yes. Honestly, like I've been asking everybody